Okay.
Good.
Hello.
Hi.
So I'm Catherine Barretto with Mum Talk Educate, the creator of Mum Talk Educate, and this is Tenielle MaGee, and
Morning.
she is the owner of Leduc Physio in Leduc, Alberta, Canada. And I just wanted to bring Tenielle on this morning just so that you guys have the opportunity to ask her maybe some questions. And I know this was totally impromptu, so we'll give everyone a few minutes to log on and hang out and chat with us. But Tennille, why don't you maybe like describe a little bit about what you do and
Sure.
your history with the medical field?
Yeah, excellent. So I'm a physiotherapist and I've been a physiotherapist for 23 years and I also own my own business. And so in this business, we see all orthopedic patients, right from newborns all the way up to seniors. I often see a lot of newborns for issues such as torticollis or cleft palate. Sometimes we see if they're tightened through here. Sometimes I see clubfoot babies. And then as they get a little bit older, we often get the toe walkers and things like that are often common as well. The other thing is that I do also own another business called Navises, and in this business we do lots of ergonomics. So we talk about safety for not just setting up your business, but also safety in terms of how to have a good workstation. So how to make sure you don't get carpal tunnel while you're editing for long periods
Mm,
of time.
mm-hmm.
And that's something we talk about in our video as well is how to set up your posing tables so that it's safer for you as well as safe for the baby as well.
Yeah, actually, Tennille showed me a whole bunch of new stretches and like different exercises that I can implement before every session.
Mm-hmm.
And Tennille knows because we've known each other for like almost 20 years now, I think.
Yep.
So I've gone to her for physio often through the years because of like injury through newborn photography, just because of back strain and whatnot. So Tennille is definitely like fully aware of the things that newborn photographers
Mm-hmm.
face, and it's not even like things that we necessarily think about because she has opened my eyes to things that I was like, oh, I really could have been doing that better.
Yeah, for sure.
And preparing myself.
Yes, preparing yourself. Because often
Yeah.
you think, oh, I'm just going to bend over quickly to like change this. And then you get stuck in that position. And
Mm-hmm.
suddenly it's 5, 6 minutes later.
Mm-hmm.
And now you've got this pain in your back. But of course, you're trying to be safe for the baby. And so all of these things. And so if we can try and set things up a little bit easier, I think it will help.
Yep.
But you do, as photographers, spend probably most of your time sitting at a desk editing, actually, probably
Mm-hmm.
more than anything. And
Mm-hmm.
so, editing from your couch or editing from like a bad chair or not having a proper mouse or we're working on laptops with like
Yeah.
the little mouse, these are all things that I'm hoping that photographers are not doing.
Which
You
is what
know,
I do.
you
So,
know,
which
because
is what
over
we all do.
time, over time, using these little, these little mice and all of these things, it can and end up causing a lot of strain and
Mm-hmm.
issues, as well as neck pain, headaches, all of this other stuff. So,
Yeah.
and most of you guys are business owners, and you're self-employed, so it's
Mm-hmm.
really important that way as well.
Yeah, it's definitely important to like prevent injury just because most of us don't have health benefits. And so if
Mm-hmm.
we can avoid going to a physiotherapist, it's
Yeah,
probably a
avoid
good
seeing
thing.
me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
yeah, so Tennille and I created this amazing newborn safety posing course, and there are 6 or 7 modules. Do we have?
Yes, 6. One is 2 parts, so kind of
Right.
7. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really awesome. Do you want to just describe like the first module even?
Sure. Yeah, the first module, we just do an introduction. So we introduce ourselves and who we are, and then we just talk about basic newborn handling. So the very basics of things such as always keeping a hand on the back of the neck, always watching, keeping airways open, don't kiss a baby, wear a mask. Very
Mm-hmm.
basics. And these are things that I think everyone should follow, no matter if you're brand new or you've been doing it for 20 years. There's
Yeah.
basics that everybody should follow.
Yeah.
And then we get into module 2, and in this case, we talk about newborn tone, which is probably something that most of you guys don't think about or consider. So, how to tell if a baby has normal tone versus
Mm-hmm.
high tone or low tone. And this would be important because some poses are just not possible if you've got a baby with high or low tone. And then we also talk about reflexes. So some of them are kind of a nuisance, or there might be a reason why that baby keeps kicking his leg out when you're trying to get him into the bum up pose. So if you
Yeah,
know what you're looking for, and all of that, I think that helps quite a bit.
totally. Oh, we have a question.
Oh, sure.
So
Yeah.
Kayla said, I edit whole walking, or you must have meant while walking on the
While walking.
treadmill with a treadmill desk. Is that good?
Yeah, it's a good idea for sure. I love sit stand desks, and I love you being able to move into different positions. So absolutely. What I would check, Kayla, is kind of your shoulder position. So making sure that your desk is at the right height, because if you're too high or you're lifting up like this, that couldn't be great. So just make sure you're kind of down and you're really relaxed through there. And yeah, that's perfectly fine. It's a great idea, Kayla, and much better than your couch.
That is, I've wanted to get one of those actually. One
Yeah.
of those walking, or not walking. I want to get a walking pad, and I want to get the higher desk.
Yep. And even just being able to move from high to low is important. And if you guys are sitting, often, even if you just got a rolly stool like what Catherine's on, it's just moving it up or moving it down or changing your position so that you're not sitting. Often when we walk in and look at people, they usually have their leg up or they're sideways, and they got their feet in these weird positions. So just getting people into a better position can be helpful as well.
What do you think about those exercise balls to sit on when you're working at a desk?
Yeah, you definitely can. I wouldn't sit at it all day, because then you're just engaging your core for 6 hours at a time. You got to think about the amount of core that you're doing. But yeah, if you wanted to use it for a period of time, and same with, should Kayla edit for walk for 8 hours? Maybe not. She might end up with plantar fasciitis. But I don't think Kayla's walking for 8 hours. Maybe she is, but
you never know.
You never know.
When you're editing, if you have a huge workflow, you could be stuck at your desk. Well,
Yeah.
I doubt you're walking for 8 hours, but definitely.
Yeah.
So we have a conversation that we wanted to talk about, and it is a viral influencer in the newborn photography industry, and she's got 430,000 followers. And we are just concerned with the poses that she makes videos of, because we feel that, well, I feel, and you had expressed the same feeling, that she's definitely doing it for attention. And unfortunately, because she's doing it for attention and she has such a large following, that it almost becomes accepted and acceptable behavior. And so I'm just going to actually post the link inside the comments to the video. And it's basically an unassisted like froggy pose. And if you go on her Instagram, it's like there's dozens. I mean, I only scrolled down a little bit, and like every other one was something like this. And so I was talking to Tenielle, and I was like, well, like, other than the obvious that we know as newborn photographers it should be done as a composite for safety, like, what are some deeper issues? Like, what is worst case scenario, just so that people can really understand like what could actually happen beyond the baby just falling to the side.
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, we have no idea whether this baby has normal tone or they're a high tone or a low tone baby, and that would make a big difference in terms of whether or not they can stay in a position. My other concerns is that when we look at the baby, the neck is in a lot of extension already. There's only one hand on the chin, and you can clearly see that she does have weight through the chin. She does have the elbow out a little bit, but honestly, it's one-sided, and it is very unsafe. And I'm going to be honest, worst case scenario, if that baby falls down and slips and hits his head, it's equivalent to you smacking your head on the bottom of a pool. I mean, you could have major spinal injuries, as well as she could injure the airway, worst case scenario. And so why put yourself in that level of risk if this exact same pose could be done as a composite? And so that is something we do talk about in our course, is taking your own risk assessment. So if the end goal is this, which is this adorable little froggy shot, if we can do it safer in a composite, why would we take the risk of doing it unassisted? And so for me, I feel like this is being done by this photographer for attention. And I think that that's going to just create unsafe awareness. The other thing we saw too is things like not wearing a mask, kissing the baby, having long nails. Like these are all kind of basic grooming things that I don't think photographers should do at all. So there are some concerns there. And of course, sure, it's adorable. It looks cute. But I personally think it's quite unsafe. And I do think that there's safer ways to do this.
Yes, I agree completely. And I'm so glad that you explained that, like it would be hitting the bottom of a pool, spinal cord injury. Like I just feel like those are the black and white reality things that we need to like listen to and focus on, because you know, sometimes we think, oh, that's so cute, but if you don't know any better, then you might do the same thing. And that's just like not only putting that infant at risk, you could literally ruin that family's life. Like, and you would ruin your own too. So why go to that possible extreme when you could just do it safely?
Yeah, I agree. And I don't think it even matters if you're brand new or you're an experienced photographer. The risk remains the same. It doesn't, it doesn't matter if, I guess the argument from a more experienced photographer could be that they have, the elbows and the knees out wide enough that it's a stable base, or they could say things like this. It doesn't matter. It's still a risk. And so again, your goal is to put the baby in the safest place possible. One of the other things that I did see her doing in some of her other videos too is that she uses like a high posing table. So she's always, and the baby's unassisted. So now the baby's up on a posing table, up high, unassisted, no one's holding on to the baby. Yeah, for the most part, they look pretty sleepy and pretty stable, but we don't know if all of a sudden there's a big loud noise and all of a sudden they startle. Then what happens?
Exactly. So the risk is just not worth
the adorableness of it all.
Exactly.
Yeah, agreed.
So we'll just keep this short this morning, but thank you so much, Tenielle, for coming on and introducing yourself.
For sure.
I'm super excited that you have, taken your time and created this course with me. I just wanted to quickly brief over the other modules that we have.
Yes.
And I just wanted to just take a second to appreciate you, because you have really made me realize that there was a few things in my studio that were missing. And so even going through the safety course, I was like, okay, I need this, I need that. Like Tenielle is a business owner. She has dozens of employees. So she's really aware of how to manage and keep a business safe and operational, and keep the employees safe as well. And we are the whole deal in our business. We're the person that we need to look after as well. So just even knowing how to look after myself with stretching exercises specific to what I'm going to be using for my work is really great. So, but let's quickly just recap the other modules. So we talked about the introduction, and then we also talked about the tone,
and reflexes. And then module 3 gets into just specific medical conditions. So we're just touching on things that you may see, like cleft palate or broken collarbones or things like that, and how, should you or should you not photograph? Maybe there's certain things that you need to consider. And then there's also a little piece of you, showing part of that. So we have another part of the video where Catherine's working with a newborn. Then we get into module 4, and this is where Catherine's using the posing doll, and we're talking about each of the poses, and then we're considering all of the other things that we've talked about and that safety in each of those poses. When we get into module 5, this is where we talk about you and your business. So the safety in your business, how to set up your business, how all the things that you need in your business, your emergency prepared plans, all of the things that you're probably not thinking about. And often, all of the stuff that needs to be in place before that very first newborn comes into your place, and then sanitization, and all of those other pieces are in there as well. And then module 6 is all about safety for the photographer. So we talk about ergonomics, stretching programs, and all of those things as well. So we talk about the safety of the newborn first, safety of the business second, and then safety for yourself third. So we kind of cover it all.
Yeah, we do. And the cool thing about this is that you will be able to keep it for lifetime access. You will be also given a PDF manual that has everything written down. So, if you want to have it with you on the go as quick reference material, there's also a checklist included so that you can make sure that you have everything necessary to do your business safely. And we also have a certificate badge that we will be giving everyone for completing the course.
Yep.
And I know that I'm missing something.
Oh, the other thing we included is after watching Catherine work, I created a pre-stretch program for her, and
Yes.
I included that in the PDF as well. So
Yes.
sharing it on as a sample.
Yeah. So like you're really going to get everything covered. You're going to be good to go. And also anyone that purchases the safety course, it doesn't matter if you've been in the industry for a long time or if you've been in the industry for like you're brand new to it. This is going to set you up with information that you may have never even considered. Or maybe you've had those questions about different types of conditions in newborns and wondered, okay, is that normal? Is this, and how to handle the situation?
Yeah.
So basically, it's for everyone. The course is going to benefit everyone. And if you do purchase the course, it's going to be on sale. There's going to be an early bird price for the first week.
Yep.
And then after that, it will be back up to regular pricing. But don't worry, we're going to share all the details with you inside this Facebook group.
Yeah.
And I'm actually going to pop a link inside the comments right after we're finished this, and you can sign up for my email list that will notify you of the early bird sale so you don't miss it in case you're not on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, if you have any questions for Tenielle and I, definitely keep them, write them down, and you can either comment on this post or we're going to go live a few more times. So we're going to go live on Instagram a few times over the next week.
Yep.
And then, so if you have any questions that you're like, oh, I want to ask Tenielle this, write them down so that you can ask her when we go live next. And I'm also going to post the schedule that we will be going live, just so that you guys can take that time. We did this totally impromptu this morning, so I know that there's going to be a lot of people watching the replay.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to say hi and
get your questions ready. I'm ready for them.
Yeah, and thank you for joining us, and thank you if you're watching the replay, and we can't wait to talk to you soon.
Awesome.
Okay, see you later, guys.
See you.